All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about a product by Chemie here. It's called Gummifix. Now this is to be used on rubbers or mats like this, places that you don't want to be slick after use. So your feet are on this. This is not a WeatherTech. This is a Toyota floor mat here. So rubbery type feel. But I hear it's great on these type of mats to get them looking good again. Now this product is kind of controversial. A lot of people have fantastic results and a lot of people say, it doesn't work that good. So I'm gonna try it out for the first time. I got it specifically for these type of mats, and because you want a surface to look better, but you don't want any grease or slickness because you're driving and you don't want your feet to be touching the pedals and slipping and sliding there. So let's try this out. Hit the like and subscribe. This is Chemie Gummifix. Let's just go with Guff. Alright guys, so I've made my two formulas. I've got Gummifix straight up in here. We're just going to try it in a spray bottle. And before we use it though, I'm going to use Carpro Inside full strength. I've got it poured into here and we're going to use it on the floor mat. I'm just going to scrub this, clean it. I'll do that real quick, show you a little bit, and then we'll get on with the Gummifix. All right guys, so the Carpro Inside, first time using it. This can be diluted to different ratios. 1-to-1 most of the time for your interior cleaning. You can go all the way down to 1-to-10 for like upholstery and stuff like that. I used it straight and I wanted to use it on the floor mat. So something I like about this is not only is it dilutable, but it's made for the interior of the car, which I think is a more delicate area than your wheels or the exterior of the car. So maybe if you use an all-purpose cleaner on your floor mats, you could really accelerate the deterioration and the fading of them. So I think the Inside from Carpro here really did a fantastic job and cleaned them up good. Let me show you what they look like. So here you go, here you have it. There's the clean result. I mean, they look pretty brand new right now. There's some lighter areas, some scuff marks. All right, this is the driver's side. So I really want to try and see how this Gummifix makes this look, if it has a significant difference in look. But as for cleaning ability, Inside did a fantastic job from Carpro. All right guys, let's talk about Gummifix here. So Gummifix, see the top there? The top has a hole in it. So you can just dribble this right onto your applicator of choice. I'll probably be using this one. I wanna use that one. Anyway, or you can spray it. You can dribble it into a bottle and then spray it out of it. So however you wanna do it, I'm gonna use a spray bottle, spray it on, and then I'm gonna wipe it in with the applicator. So, excuse me. Let's go see what am I gonna do with this first. I'll tape it off. I'll try to do a 50-50. And we're doing this in the sun. It is now, it's gotta be 95 degrees out there. It's hot. So we're doing this in the sun. Let's see how it goes. All right guys, we got the Gummifix. I put it inside my McKee spray bottle here. Let's just see how this works. Boy, this stuff really evaporates in the heat there. So I'm spraying it pretty good. see if I can't wipe this in. All right, so I sprayed this side. So upon spraying, I noticed it doesn't really stick to it too much. It kind of runs down a little bit or evaporates off into the heat. Now I see some nice darkening up along the side here, along the bottoms. The inside, these things are kind of hard to get. And the top, I don't see much there, but we'll see. I'm gonna take the tape off and we'll see the difference. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to dry. All right, so after a few minutes of drying there, let's take the tape off here. I mean, it's a significant difference. You can see the two sides there. Let's pull this out over here. So you can definitely see the two sides. This side looks better, definitely better over here. Up here, I don't see much difference there. Just looking at it from this angle here. Just really the top part there. Interesting. All right, guys, so I'm thinking isopropyl alcohol. Let's try that. I put it into a spray bottle. I'm gonna spray it on the other side, clean the other side with this, and then put the gummy fix on there and see how that works. Right now, it's a Okay, so here I've got the Gummifix. I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it on. I'm running a little low on the bottle here, so I gotta hold it up to get the angle to spray right. But I'm spraying it on pretty heavily, trying to just get it on there, wipe it in with the applicator. Let's see how this goes. All right, guys, so here's the product again. Let me get out of the way here. So first side I did, then the second side. Now they're both kind of evenly matched up. You can see a line here. I probably left this area, but you know, it's kind of a streaky type of product a little bit. You have to wipe it over. You can't really just let it sit there, and when you wipe it over, it kind of leaves some streaks a little bit. Does it darken it up? It sure does. Is it a knockout of a product? No, in my opinion, not really. Now, all right, it's 90 degrees. I just checked the temperature. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the mat inside here in the shade. I'm gonna let it cool down, and then I'm gonna apply, I'm just gonna spray a layer on, let it sit, and then I'll wipe it after. Now in the shade though, I must say, in the shade, yeah, it does look good. But in the sun, when you come out in the sun, it has some minor flaws and issues in it. Some high spots or some streaks. But in the shade, which is probably gonna be in your car, yeah, it looks really good. So I'm gonna let this cool down. I'm gonna spray it, leave it on wet and see how that works. And then maybe do a final wipe after a few minutes. Okay guys, so now that it's actually sat here in the shade, it does look pretty damn good. All right, I mean, I've been touching it a little bit at the bottom there, and I missed a spot here and there. But as a whole, it really does look good now. But I'm still gonna continue on And I'm gonna spray a layer of it and just kind of let it sit and do its thing in the shade. So keep an eye, here we go. All right, so I'm kind of running low. I have to hold it up to spray it, and it's nice and wet there. I'm just gonna let it sit and do its thing for a little while. Maybe I'll come back and wipe it over at the end there, and we'll see how it looks. All right, guys, so I'm done with it. I've cleaned it. I've applied it on 2 different sides. One side just sprayed and wiped off. The other side, alcohol wiped, sprayed, wiped off. Then I took the whole mat in the shade. I sprayed it down, let it sit, and then I wiped it off. Here is the results. All right, this is the one that I worked on. This is a dirty mat with nothing on it. So, yes, it does look a lot better. It was a lot of work. You have to wipe it off with another towel, otherwise it will stay on there. You will have a little bit of greasiness, so you really have to wipe it off. And the results, it does look a lot better. You may have some streaking on there versus here's just a dirty mat. All right, so it definitely looks better than that. But now the key is when you pull this mat inside, and this is where it'll be inside your car. Now it looks fantastic. And in the bottom of your car, it's going to be all nice and uniform looking like it is now. It's going to look a lot better. You know, it's darker, clean, and just looks healthier. So in the car, I think it's going to look fantastic, and it really did a good job. In the sunlight is where you can see the flaws. All right, guys, so I hope you liked the video. Today we're playing with Gummifix over here by Koch Chemie. Now what I did initially was I used Carpro inside. I used it out of a spray bottle, straight up, no dilution, and I sprayed down the mat, scrubbed it, cleaned it. This stuff works fantastic. Love it, love it, love it, all right? Came back, I put the Gummifix into a spray bottle. You can squeeze it onto an applicator if you want. And I sprayed it on. It is right now 90 degrees. So somewhere between 85 and 90 degrees when I started this and finished it. I was working out in the sun. I sprayed this on, wiped it off. It does make a difference. It is a little finicky product to use. You gotta wipe it off after. You gotta wipe it nicely, uniformly. Otherwise it will, if you don't wipe this off, it'll be greasy. When you wipe it off, you could have some smears or streaks, maybe high spots, I don't know, but you'll have some streaking on there, so you really got to do a nice job at wiping it off. I tried another half of the floor mat, and I used 99% alcohol first to see if this adheres even better. And I think the 99% alcohol works. It helps it adhere a little better. I had a little bit better adhesion on that side of it. Still had to wipe it off, still had a little streakiness or, yeah, just kind of smeary streakiness there. So I wiped out all that off. That was all done in the sunlight. I pulled the mat in, let it sit for about 5 minutes and cool down. And then I just sprayed this over the whole mat. I let it sit in the garage for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then I wiped it off again. I think at that point it looks pretty good. All right, so the product looks pretty good at that point. The key is when you put it outside in the sun is that you can see all the imperfections in what you did. Maybe I just don't do it right, I don't know. But to me, the sunlight shows everything. So when I brought it in from the sunlight is where it really shines. It looks very uniform, and it looks like a product that you want to use. It's gonna look like that inside the car. It's darker down there by the feet, by your floorboards, and this is really gonna do a good job when you set it inside the car, okay? So My opinion of it is, yes, it does a good job. It does what it's supposed to do. It helps the mats look uniform and everything once inside the car. Is it an easy product to use? No, it's easy enough, but you got to do some labor. You got to wipe it off. You got to wipe it uniformly. Don't scratch anything. Don't touch it with your fingertips, and make sure you don't get any marks on it when you lay it in the car. So use some gloves, obviously. And I think once you do all that and you lay it in the car, you're gonna have a nice result. The customer's gonna be happy, you're gonna be happy, and it's gonna look good. So guys, that's my take on this. These two products, Carpro Inside, fantastic. Gummifix does what it says it does. Is it my top 10 for the year? No, it's not gonna be something like that. Does it work? Yeah, it does work. And hope you guys liked the video. If you're looking for any of these products, you can find them over at autoforge.net. And they have a whole bunch of products, guys. So you can buy stuff, try it out, see if you like it, order more. You got so many brands out of there. Autoforge.net carries tons and tons of brands, so you can try everything you want. These are two products I've never tried before. And I'll be working with the Gummifix more often. I'm gonna try it on some other mats, try some other things with it, and we'll see how it goes. Hope you guys liked it. Talk to you later. Alright guys, here's a little bonus footage. If you stayed all the way till the end, I did the second floor mat over here. Let me show you. So this one I just did one complete spray. I rubbed it in, let it sit, and then I wiped it off with another towel. The key is wiping this off. You know, it looks good. It looks real good. It is hard to get into those, you know, you got to wipe it off, so it's hard to get into those intricate pieces like that. But in the sun on this one, it looks really good. So a nice light application, wiped in, left on, wiped off. This one still looks good too. Yeah, it works. It definitely works. Your mats are going to look better, more uniform. It's laborious, you know. It's a little bit of a learning curve. Rub it in, wipe it off. You know, if you leave it certain areas, you'll get streaks if you don't wipe it all the way off. It's a good product. Is it my jam? No, it's probably not my jam. Will I use it again? I'll use up the bottle. I'll keep on the lookout. The key to this is when you wipe it off, it's not greasy anymore, and that's what you need when you're driving. So they've kind of got you as a product that works that way. Anyway, bonus footage.